All right,
You're not
so
meant to count all the way though, right? You're meant to do like.
God damn it.
Five,
You're meant to
4,
play it.
3.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, semantics, right, about the correct recording procedure. To start the podcast off is absolutely fantastic. What everyone wants to hear. Thank you. So yeah, welcome back to the. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Do you know how to edit? You can cut that bit out.
No. I'm keeping this in. This is fantastic. This is golden content.
He knows how to edit, he just can't edit.
Wait, I'm laughing at something completely different. I did the auto-translate it to Swedish on Duolingo book. Jesus Christ. It's literally...
Okay.
Oh my... Okay,
Okay, welcome back to the Untitled Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. Once again, it's me, Ludden Oscar, from Uppsala, Stockholm, and I'm here in Jönköping, back in my hometown during Christmas. And with us, we have one of the Irish prodigies of the Yu-Gi-Oh! World, Cathal Buckley.
Hello.
Oh, welcome.
How you doing, man?
Hi. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome having you.
I've watched a few podcasts, and the guest always says thanks for having me.
Oh yes,
it
of course.
Like a mandatory line, but
Yeah.
so you gotta throw that in there.
Basically, at this point, yeah, it would be a shame if you didn't. As is tradition, we always tend to introduce our dishes or our snacks or our side foods that we have during the podcast. So, Oscar, do you want to start?
Sure. I'm not having anything to eat today because I'm gonna have dinner at my friend's house after this. But I am having a beverage. I'm having glögg,
Now you have to explain.
which is a glögg. It's a traditional Nordic drink, which is basically spiced wine, and you drink it hot. And traditionally, you're supposed to have almonds and raisins in it. I have neither because we didn't have any at home.
It's always drinking
That
it.
sounds good, actually.
Yeah, you drink it in a small glass, so it's like shot size, slightly bigger.
Yeah, it's like this.
It's like a little espresso cup.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. It's very true.
I guess a little bit smaller, maybe. I don't know. It's really good. It's a Christmassy drink.
All right, awesome. Cathal, what are you eating today?
What am I? I went really overboard on food because I thought I'd just get a load of like traditional Irish kind of thing.
Oh my god! Wait, I got a smorgasbord of which is a Swedish phrase. You know, very good. So you got different stuff, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So for my drink, I have this is Tanora.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not quite an orange flavored soda. It's tangerine. They only had it in Cork here where I'm from for previously, but within the last 10 years, it's become like a national beverage. But
That's pretty cool.
It's interesting. It's not quite orange. It's not quite not orange.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's very interesting. And then I went to a chipper and just got a big bag of anything that I
Sweet, the chipper, is that different from like a British
couldn't get in other countries.
Okay. So is that because I've heard about British
we call it a
shop.
chipper. It's like it's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. It's kind of a traditional Friday night. You come home from work and you don't cook dinner and you get a chipper kind of thing. So I got a few things that are interesting. So this is a battered sausage.
Yo,
Chris.
So it's a sausage in batter and deep fried. It's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Very good for your heart. Great arteries. Real good fitness.
fantastic,
food.
healthy.
And I have something else battered and fried. This is like another traditional Cork thing that you actually can't get anywhere else in Ireland.
Okay.
So this is a cheese and onion pie. So what it is, it's potatoes and butter and cheese and onions.
Okay, Cathal. Cal, I think you
Rolled
disappeared
up into a ball. And
Oh no,
Whoa.
you're back. Can
you hear me?
You're back. Yeah,
No, he's
you're
fine.
back.
I heard him.
Oh really?
I heard
Okay,
him
then it must have been my
You heard me?
internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're
Okay,
living
so-
like in the middle of the woods. Hello.
Yeah, sorry.
Just to confirm that it's so inside in this deep fried batter is potato, butter, cheese, and onions. It's just rolled up in a ball and dropped into a fryer. So that's some good food.
Sounds amazing.
Is this shopping bag as ASMR? Because you had it right next to the microphone.
Oh, can you hear? Oh, it's really loud.
Yeah.
And I have one more thing. I'm not going to open this just yet. It's just kind of basic, I guess, but I didn't realize this was such an Irish thing until I started traveling a lot, and I didn't see it anywhere else. So this is it's chips or fries. I don't know what you call them in Sweden, but
neither. We call them pommes here.
Curry sauce. Pommes. Oh right, yeah, of course. But it's chips or pommes with cheese and curry sauce.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this. Like this is some Irish.
Which is apparently an Irish thing. I didn't realize it was such an Irish thing until I like traveled and like I couldn't get it anywhere. At any YCS, I was like, man, I just want like curry and cheese.
I think I've seen and heard about this on like Anthony Bourdain, like was it with like his food travel show, and it went to like I don't know if it went to Ireland or Scotland, but it's like he ate that stuff and it was Jesus.
It's good. It's good.
The best part of being is
I just have like a little dairy milk Irish chocolate bar.
Oh, the Cadbury.
Finish things off.
Yeah,
it's not even a deep fried Morris bar.
Not deep fried. That's Scotland. Scotland.
Yeah, Luda, what the hell?
Frying things in Ireland.
Yeah, I know, but that's that's the Anthony Bourdain thing I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
They also had the
Scotland are worse for frying things than we are here.
Okay. Well, that's
It's just
fantastic.
Irish food with more deep fry. Amazing.
So I don't know if you want me to do some ASMR crunching with that food later.
I mean, that's up to you, but I think all of our subscribers would thoroughly enjoy it. That would be the highlight.
That's the Patreon exclusive.
Oh yeah. That's some OnlyFans content right there.
Yeah.
So, well, Luda, what did you have? You already ate dinner. I know.
Yeah, I ate dinner.
You sneaky bastard.
Yeah, and then now I just have a glass of soda. Nothing special.
Nothing special.
Wow. I'm so disappointed. I thought this was a food podcast.
Well, I have gone in for it a bit more. I have made pasta carbonara.
It's a bowl.
So you know, with the microwave safe bowl. What?
He said, "Don't Photoshop this," and then he put the sausage right
Oh,
into his mouth.
no, we would never do that ever. And then I have a beer, a IPA beer, which is pretty good. It works. Yeah, and then I have some I got some nougat and some chocolate as well. If I get more hungry than that, however, I don't think so. So, Cal, it's you're part of Team Mambo, right?
Correct.
Yes, you. As we can tell by the absolutely lovely shirt you have on, it's fantastic.
Well, let me.
Merchandise.
It's great. So what's the story behind Team Mambo? Is it just you and a couple of friends, or is it what's the?
Originally it was a meme, which I think is kind of carried forward. That it's never been serious in any way, but it's just become a more popular meme. That there were teams smaller teams starting up in Ireland. It started with the big kind of Irish team at the time was Team Caribos. I think they're seen as more of a UK team at the moment. But originally they were an Irish team and they started up. So they started kind of posting in any Irish Yu-Gi-Oh groups, just saying hi guys, follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel and stuff, and we'll have cool content. And it just became a copy paste around all message boards where people would put in fake team names. And Team Mambo was one of those. But we took it a step further and actually made a YouTube channel and a Facebook page. So people actually liked and subscribed to the YouTube for no reason other than the fact that we told them to, and we weren't intending on actually making content ever. Then at one point we just thought, this is kind of funny. Let's see how it goes. So then we started shit posting on other groups saying how Team Caribos are the worst team in Ireland and that everyone should follow Team Mambo.
Oh my god,
instead.
amazing.
And a lot of people like took it very seriously that didn't know us that well because I had been playing the game for about 2 months at this time, and I just thought it was really funny. So not a lot of people knew who I was and thought I was just some like guy that hated Team Kribos for no reason, but I was just memeing on everyone. And eventually, like, people got the joke and thought it was really funny, and we just started posting from there.
That's fantastic. I mean, that's the background story of any, right?
Yeah, exactly. Wasn't there a time? Because I seem to remember. I thought about this earlier today, because I remember in Zodiac Duelist a couple of years ago, just what's the Space Mambo card? That's what it's called, right? Like just Space Mambo.
Coincidentally,
have it right here.
I have one that I pulled from a Wish Megatin.
Yo!
Crazy!
Oh, there's
sick.
a shine on it. Hang on, let me turn off this light.
Oh, there's even like
amazing.
Oh, that's fantastic.
This is my Wish Megatin Space Mambo.
That's fantastic. That's lore friendly.
It's Fish Family, by the way. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, because there was like
family.
Space Mambo appreciation posting in Zodiac Duelist. So, and I really enjoyed that. Like, was that one of you guys, or was that just completely unrelated?
It was the first I've heard of it, so I don't know if someone else posted it, but
Jesus Christ,
it's pretty funny. I remember as well when they were Space Mambo and Duel Links, there was a lot of shit posting on the Duel Links Facebook pages. So I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I message Robbie Cole and ask him to do a market watch on Space Mambo, and sometimes he puts it in his video, which I think is pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Thanks, MCO40.
Yeah,
very cool.
We've just kind of taken it and just rolled with it. We've been really inactive lately, actually, because I just have no interest at the moment in the card game. But,
mood.
I think we'll get back posting again. I don't think I've posted on Facebook in like 6 months.
I mean, that's what happens. The pandemic has been hard on all of us, especially any type of like hobby or interest, really. If it isn't like I don't know, playing World of Warcraft has been like gotten a lot harder to do.
Everything non-gaming.
Basically.
Yep.
Shadowlands seems very good. I don't know if anyone plays World of Warcraft. I used to, but
not really.
We have some friends who like play it a lot, so they've been playing it in our Discord server and stuff. But like,
cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never could get into World of Warcraft. Like it was. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Oscar.
No, it's fine. Like because I was gonna say the same thing. I could never really get into it because like I wanted to when I was a kid because one of my friends got it and started playing it, and so I played it once when I was at his house, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. But then my parents were like, we're not gonna buy you a game and then keep paying for the game every single month. That's not good. No me instead. So I just played RuneScape instead.
Oh man, I actually started playing RuneScape again last week.
Oh, that's a game.
Oh, old school RuneScape.
Oh, RuneScape.
Oh really?
I decided I'm gonna try the new one. Yeah, it's actually pretty wild. It's very new. It's all shiny. There's graphics in the game now, and there's combat.
Oh yeah, it's so scary. Jesus Christ! I tried it like 4 years ago or something, before they had opened up the old school RuneScape servers. And like I just tried to hop on in. I was just like, I'm just gonna create a quick character and just play for a couple hours tonight, and then never touch it again. And it was so shiny, and the tutorial was on some completely other place, and I didn't remember anything, and it was super scary, and everything looked so weird.
I actually remember. Yeah, sure, go on.
No, it's a pretty fun game. Like a lot of my childhood was spent between RuneScape and World of Warcraft. More RuneScape. I think I actually enjoyed it more for whatever reason.
No, but it was fun because it was so simple.
Yeah. There's no animations, no graphics.
Yeah.
Nothing. You just right click on things.
You just stick figures walking around right-clicking things, and it's the same animations.
Hit the dragon.
It's like playing AD carry in League of Legends.
Exactly. You just go around right-clicking. Sometimes you just start building rows of campfires forever.
I just remember. Is this just an exclusively Swedish thing, or was Adventure Quest a thing in Ireland as well?
Adventure Quest is global.
Oh yeah, it is. But I was thinking, was it popular anywhere else? Because like everyone talks about RuneScape and World of Warcraft, but like Adventure Quest was one of those things that I only really hear like my Swedish friends talk about playing when they were kids.
No, I think I played Adventure Quest for about an hour.
Yeah, I played.
So it was a thing. I knew people that played it, but I never really got into it.
I mean,
I was already playing like too many games to keep up with.
Yeah.
So,
but they had different versions, because they had the Adventure Quest, which I tried to play and I didn't understand at all, and then they had the Adventure Quest World, which was more similar to a MOBA or an RPG or whatever, where you actually could run around on the map and do things, and combat was a little more intuitive. And I played that for a little bit. And
didn't they release on mobile recently?
I think they did, because I remember getting YouTube ads up for it when I was looking on my phone. But they had a Halloween, I think, event where I'll post it in the Discord after the podcast. But they had a song specifically created for the event, which it was sang by kind of a Simon Garfunkel parody duo in the game. And it was called Nugget Man or something, and they were singing about Nugget Man who invented chicken nuggets. And that's the song. About
what does this have to do with Halloween?
I have no clue. It was a big plot. It was the game was just a meme game. It was a meme. It was just a meme Halloween event. There was some kind of story, and then there were just these two dudes. They were time travelers, and they came and they're like, "Oh no, we need to save this something, the Nugget Man."
And they're going
they sang the song. And it was weird.
Everything you would ever want in a video game: chicken nuggets and music.
Exactly. It could have been Easter as well. Easter's a much more memeable holiday, I feel, than Halloween.
Yeah, I remember Easter is one of those things. I remember in a video game I used to play when I was like 13. It was this RTS/MOBA game called Airmech. I remember they added in Jesus as a playable character. So he had like, I think he had plus 50 healer DPS or something when you equipped him.
This is like South Park shit here.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah,
it was Airmech.
Yeah, Airmech. It's now called Airmech Strike. Then I was gonna ask you, did you like engage in any childhood MOBAs or like MMOs and stuff?
I never played World of Warcraft. I never played RuneScape. I have some vague memory of playing Adventure Quest.
Yeah.
But that was like for a week. So no, not really. But I've never been into like MOBAs or such. I just I don't know, not my thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really properly gotten into MMOs. Like I love single player, like RPGs and stuff, like Fallout and
same.
Things like that. But I've never like gotten into the whole grinding to grind, because it's like in World of Warcraft, I feel like it's this epic, tale about good and evil, or like other dimensions and stuff, and it's like, we gotta save the world, now go kill 50 wolves and bring me the pelts. Yeah. And it's like, okay, bro.
You gotta start somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's true, I guess.
Exactly, it's humble beginnings. Have you never played tabletop role-playing games?
I guess that's true.
Like, you can't just like go to America and become the governor of California or something.
Yeah, first you need to open a small business, then take advantage of your workers, and then do tax evasion, and then
you can maybe do that.
First you've got to star in a load of like bad children's comedy movies.
Oh yeah.
And become very successful because of your funny accent.
Yeah, of course.
That's like level one thug.
Yeah.
Level one is being the best bodybuilder in the world.
No,
that's the level one.
And then you move to America for funny movies with a funny accent, man.
Yeah.
And then you become the governor of California. It's not so simple.
Yeah, but you're sort of doing that right.
First you have to collect the wolf pelts,
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna get like a pen and paper. Just gonna. All right, so
write down
take note.
Take note.
Write down the game plan. Let's go.
Okay, wolf pelts. All right.
Yeah.
And then like step 2. Step 2 is that like
drink milk, lots of milk.
Okay. Drink milk.
You regenerate your mana, dude.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what milk does, right?
Does it help
you drink
if
for
I
mana,
like?
you eat for...
Yeah, milk gives you mana.
Okay, so can I use like lactose-free milk? Because my stomach gets a little upset if I drink like regular one, or does that interfere with the magic powers that I would acquire?
That hasn't been patched into the game yet.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fantastic. But I've been following your Instagram, where you post your workout routines, which I think is awesome. I love it, and also the recipes that you post are fantastic.
I've also fell out of interest of that recently.
Oh, okay.
I have to get back.
Yeah, because you're on step 1 now to becoming the governor of California, right? So you gotta become the best bodybuilder, and then like you gotta win a YCS or something. I don't know. And then...
I'm pretty sure Arnold Schwarzenegger did once win a YCS.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, of course. YCS number 4.
Yeah, YCS swords. Everyone knows about us, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, YCS swords.
This was before Yu-Gi-Oh was invented, however, so they only used like old school baseball cards.
You won the baseball Yu-Gi-Oh Championship Series.
Fantastic.
Didn't you guys actually collect like baseball cards or soccer cards or whatever when you were younger?
I did used to collect soccer cards when I was younger, and stickers. Man, the stickers were the best.
Okay.
Because first you have to buy the book. I don't know that you have them.
Yeah, we have them here. Yeah.
We had the English Premier League sticker books, but you buy the book, and then you have to buy like booster packs of stickers, and you obviously put the stickers into the pages of the books. But because they're completely random, and there's definitely been some short printed shit in there too.
Oh okay. I saw some like mini movie about like the Panini company who makes all the shit and all the company that has like all the rights to all the World Cup and the Premier League.
Yeah, they're printing money, right?
Yeah, it's insane, and they're like, everything is equally random, and they're like, oh, weird.
Yeah, there's an equally low chance you'll get this sticker in every single booster.
Exactly. It's that company.
Yeah, I've never completed a sticker album. I think it's gonna be like my midlife crisis, probably next year because I'm old.
Really?
I'm just gonna,
Premier League.
But like that's one of the things I'm thinking.
708. Entire album. Let's go.
First edition.
Coming next on Team Mambo's YouTube page.
Exactly. Cal collecting
Premier League sticker opening.
I was thinking that must be like even harder than collecting cards, right? Because when a sticker is used, it's used. Like if you use a sticker, then you can't reapply it.
They sell the books.
Yeah, but that's the reason why I didn't I collected the cards instead of the stickers, because you couldn't trade the stickers if you put them in the book.
Yeah,
and it was like such a fucked up thing to like walk around with them like. Yeah, because it didn't have sleeves or deck box.
Yeah, but if you got a lot of like stickers. Yeah. So you just put the one you have in the book and then keep the second one.
And then you maybe you didn't bring them to school the same way, but you when you went over to a friend's house to play, you took the sticker book and all the duplicates you had, and you just ran over there. So it
actually got banned from our school. Actually,
of course it did.
Because one kid went to Italy on holiday, and he found like a cheap market that sold a load of fake soccer stickers. And he brought them back, and we were like 10 years old, and he scammed a load of kids. One of the parents rang the school to complain. and we were never allowed to bring our soccer stickers back to school because of this kid.
Oh my god!
We weren't allowed to play Yu-Gi-Oh for a while at our school because the teacher was like, "No, it's gambling for kids."
Yeah, we had the same thing. I remember.
Card games.
Yeah, I remember it got banned when I was like I remember it was like right when I started school, like I must have been 6 or 7 years old, right? So for the first couple of weeks, you would see all the older kids running around with like Pokemon cards, and they looked so cool to me. And then like, I remember just everyone stopped, and I asked why, and they were like, we aren't allowed to have them anymore. But I remember when we were like maybe in 3rd grade, I remember we would sneak them into school. And we found this place.
Yeah, we did the same.
Oh yeah, we found a place at like at the top of the stairs, like behind a loose like ventilation gap or whatever. Like you could take out the grate. We discovered it when we had recess. So we would take out the grate, put all our cards in there, and then like put it on. And nobody ever found it until one day in like 4th grade, it was all gone. So some kid must have just taken everything because he knew that there would be no repercussion. Because what were we gonna do? Go to like the fucking principal and say that all our cards that we couldn't have in the school got stolen? Like
all our contrabands got
our illegal contraband products got stolen.
Yeah, so people would like, because like in our class we had these desks, right, where it was like you had a desk that was hollow inside, so you can open it up. So people would like go and sneak around and like see if they could peer into other people's desks to see if they were the ones who stole the cards. So
okay. I was gonna say people went around and looking into other people's desks, and if they had something contraband, they would tell the teacher. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh no, it wasn't that bad.
The start of some...
He has Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
We had some like we used to bring Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then like for some reason like the teacher said like no, you can't have that. And then like 2 years later, it would like randomly come back because like some new teacher was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And then we just like brought them in, and then like during the breaks we would like go around like some big schoolyard with like woods and shit. So we like go into some corner and like do trades and stuff. And I remember I was the only one that had sleeves.
Oh.
Because in the like 5DS tins, you had those like super shitty sleeves.
Oh, I love those sleeves so
and
much.
I had a pack of those, and that was nuts.
You were the man, basically.
It was nuts.
I was the man.
I did used to sleeve my cards, but I didn't know what to do. So I ended up buying the like double-sized Magic the Gathering sleeves for double sleeving. And they were not just the like Magic sleeves, the like double sleeve for Magic cards.
Oh, so outer.
My Yu-Gi-Oh cards got lost inside those. But I also used to have a tactic that all my good cards were in blue sleeves and all my shit cards were in red sleeves. So when I shuffled my deck, I knew exactly what cards I was going to draw.
Let me one up you. I had another strategy where you had big sleeves, so you could fit multiple cards in them. So you just play at least one good card in every sleeve. Let's go. And they just swap
that's
them.
why double sleeving got banned initially, wasn't it? Because
there was,
I think it's
people were having like 17 or 18 card extra decks because you could just put one in the second sleeve and you could swap them around.
But that's also been a thing like if you watch old like unofficial feature matches on like Lithium's channel or like money matches from like NAYCSs from way back, like they always have their extract in the deck box, which is so sketchy. So every time like they summon something, they like flicker up the deck box and then like go for the like that man has like a lot of utility in that Yikes.
Oh, so you have one copy of every single rank 4 in the game in your deck box. Fantastic. Okay, let's go.
Oh, you just happen to have a 4th copy of
double
Diamond
deck
Iron
boxes.
Oh yeah.
Boxes exist.
Jesus. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Like that, but that's a nice thing though that they finally allow double sleeving, with the caveat that the outer sleeve has to be like clear, right?
Yep.
That's because like for what I've been doing for my goat deck at least is doing these penny sleeves on the inside and like a regular sleeve on the outside. But then the regular sleeve would count as the outer sleeve, right? So that would not like be allowed as far as I understand.
Oh yeah, that's still allowed because what they said in the thing was at least one of the sleeves has to be clear.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was the outer sleeve had to be.
Yeah, I thought it was the same.
It's just one of them. So
yeah, I remember it being one of them because you can inner sleeve and you can oversleeve.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's so nice though.
The issue I've heard about having penny sleeves is that like because European cardboard quality is shit, like you nick your cards.
Yep.
So Loa talked about like his like never going to double sleeve a Starlight Rare because like the second it puts it in the penny sleeve, it's just gonna be scuffed and not here.
Yep. It's true.
I've never thought about
to
that, but that might be true.
Super careful, and even still there, like at least new cards. I have inner sleeves on all my old Ultimate Rares and shit, but they're holding up really well.
Yeah.
Because they think older cardboard is better than new cardboard.
But also like the NA cards are of better quality, so like NA prints you can penny sleeve and not scuff them.
That's weird.
It's weird that there's such difference.
I think.
No.
Sorry.
No, you go on. I think someone's just spamming my Discord because there's a lot of.
Because no, what I was thinking about is that's like sort of odd, right? That they have different like manufacturing process to begin with, and like what I wondered is that out of necessity or is it something they do to make it more appealing, like to different markets? Because like if you think about it, that does drive up traffic between the different areas. People want to buy stuff from other areas. People want to go to YCS in other areas. I don't know, man. I don't know. It might be something to it.
I'm gonna agree with Ludwig on this one.
That's a tinfoil. I think it's just like the paper quality is probably roughly the same, but it's like maybe manufacturing costs in Europe.
But the card, like different regions, different shops use different card stock.
Yeah.
It's like
exactly.
If they switched printing companies in Europe as well, they could be using a different card stock, which would be better.
Yeah, but guys, it's much more fun to believe a conspiracy. Like, don't do this.
I think we all remember the Fusion Enforcers era.
It's true.
Hilariously warped cards.
I do remember it.
Is that a Draco Sudeck? Ooh.
Yeah, let's go. I remember once, like, probably the first summer after I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh again. So was this 2015? Once we it was too hot in our local card shop, so we decided to just go home to a guy and play locals for money instead. But before we left, I bought like a random hidden arsenal booster, and I put the card just in the pocket of my jacket, and then I forgot them there, and I took them out 2 days later, and they literally looked like this. You could not play with those cards ever again. It was terrible.
No, it's like you have a 40-layer taco shell. That's what a modern deck looks like. Like what, 2 years ago?
Exactly.
Yeah, at least they sort of fixed it now, because like now it seems to be better.
Yeah, it's not that big of an issue anymore.
Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh card taco shells, we once myself and Liam received death threats on Facebook.
Content!
For using a Danger Tsuchinoko on release to eat nachos with.
Oh yeah, I saw this video, I think, right? Who did you get death threats from? You're like, well, I mean, don't put them on blast.
Like... Random messages were sent to us from, like, we posted on Zodiac or something.
Yeah, random Zodiac doing us Spurgs.
Being like, how dare you do that to the card? You deserve to like die. We can't afford these cards and stuff. You should like
if you got that much hate, like wonder about the guy who comes on an engage. Like he must have been like,
how dare you?
Well, another interesting layer to the story is that I used the Danger Tsuchinoko in my Burning Abyss deck the next week at a regional.
Ooh. So did you do the like
perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, you didn't do the tactic where you could like smell the salsa on the cards. You knew when you were gonna draw into it.
My bad.
Let's go anime strategies.
It smells like cumin.
I heard on Twitter recently there was a guy who was doing so Pokemon booster opening is all the rage now apparently.
Yeah.
I just woke up one day and everyone was doing it. The one guy was opening a bunch of insert set, and every single super rare or whatever he pulled that wasn't the one he wanted, he would just cut it in half with scissors, and everyone was so mad at him. I believe he got death threats as well.
Oh yeah.
As other people had to come out like, "What do you mean? How are you gonna be upset because he did what he wanted to with the thing that he bought? Hello."
People get very angry over these things. I think we've definitely angered a few people like a bunch from what we've done in the past. don't know if anyone remembers. This was like pre-Team Mambo, but Liam once put a pot of desires into McFlurry.
Yeah, I remember this.
I remember that. Yeah.
I don't.
If you remember that picture, it was very, very annoying for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real here. I'm gonna leak it that there was actually masking tape around the end of the pot of desires.
Yo, exposed. Hello, the truth revealed at last.
Liam exposed, and there's the title, and
There's the title. There it is.
Liam of Team Mambo exposed.
As a fraudulent
You won't
food
believe
eater.
what he did.
The desires was never harmed.
No pieces of cardboard were harmed in the making of this post.
Unfortunately, we can clearly see on the picture that there was no masking tape on the Engage.
Stop bringing that up. If we never ever talk about it again and no one acknowledges it, it never happened.
No, but like real talk, that thing's a collector item now. Like, people are passing it around like hotcakes in the NA like community from what I've seen.
No way, no one is ever like, that's the green.
That's the Coom Engage. Yeah, they're like, no, seriously. No, I saw multiple people looking to buy it a couple weeks ago.
Bought it off it.
Yeah, and now it's been passing around.
That's actually disgusting.
Yes, it is.
Of course it is.
But
they're Yu-Gi-Oh players. What the fuck do you expect? Have you seen half the guys at locals? Have you smelled half the guys at locals?
No, like,
I know what they're capable of.
I mean, the fact that a guy asked our friend at locals who the sexiest, ghost girl is, like, I think that tells a lot about the Yu-Gi community in general. So, I don't know.
I don't call out your locals. That's too close to home.
No, we call them all out. Fuck them all.
Yeah. But you can ask the question, like, which one is your favorite Sky Striker link, not based on the effect?
Yeah, no, he had to clarify that after the guy said, "Oh no, I like Kagari. Kagari has the best effect," and he's like, "Haha, no, not like that." Just
No, there's this is because we've talked a lot about like stories on the podcast of the drama in like the Swedish Yu-Gi-Oh scene, which is an uncomfortable amount. But like like more than the whole like was there? So you talked a little about the Curry Bros. Team Mambo thing. Is there any other like big drama that has happened in like the Irish Yu-Gi-Oh community?
Irish drama.
Wait. Quick question for you. Team Shift. Is that UK? Yeah, it is.
They're UK.
Okay.
I don't know any of them.
No, I've heard a lot of shit
anything
about them. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. In terms of Irish Yu-Gi-Oh drama, there's just like a few memes and stuff, I guess, that go around. Like, I know I recently got in a bit of shit for someone called me out for bullying someone.
Ooh.
But I thought I was just shitposting. A guy posted a picture of like a gold rare Blue Eyes White Dragon, asking if there's any factory issues or if this is not near mint, because he gave no reason. He just wanted to know.
Yeah.
So I just commented asking if he bought it from Wish because it's a gold rare Blue Eyes. And he got really defensive and he's like, "What the fuck? Why would you call me out like this? It's a serious question. Why does it matter where I bought it from?"
No, insecurities.
He was like, "He's on to me, guys. My plan has been foiled."
Abort!
So I responded by copying and pasting his original post and posting a picture of my Wish pulled Space Mambo.
Amazing.
On a new thread.
Oh,
and then he commented being like, "Wow, why do you guys hate me or something? I was asking a simple question. I didn't need this." And then next thing, someone posted, if anyone knows Billy, he posted like a miscut Drill Warrior.
Oh.
The same thing, asking if there's any like factory errors on it. And then someone posted like a Pokemon misprint, and it just got out of hand. And then the dude deleted his initial post, and I think he left.
Oh, Jesus.
Was that like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Ireland or something, or was that?
This was in the Cork Yu-Gi-Oh! It's very specific.
Oh,
Cork Yu-Gi-Oh!
Like,
Yes.
there's like 50 of us.
So you bullied a local kid out of existence.
He's not a kid.
They're all kids.
I love how like
And
5
I'm all
minutes
kids.
ago you're like, we don't speak about things at locals, it's a bit too close.
No, I'm just saying you don't call people out for like smelling in your local community because next thing ever you'll be that guy that tells everyone they smell like shit.
You know what? I have no problem with being that guy.
what
That's
you
the
gonna
thing. Like, telling people that they smell like, you know, if I like honestly, I've considered doing that at a regional before. I was sitting at like table 2 or something against this guy from another city, and he just reeked. Like he smelled like the zombies on his cardboard looked like, you know, like. He went for the full roleplay experience, and I was like considering multiple times because the new rules for like, you know, how you can't smell like bad enough. I was like, okay, should I call this guy out and just get a free win? But at the same time, I was like, Bengt is like 75. The guy who runs the local is like 75 years old. Like he probably doesn't have the energy to get this guy out of like to like get him out of the store, much less actually smell the guy. So it's, you know.
I have an almost better one. So one of the regionals we had last year in Stockholm. So round 3, my friend was 3-0 or whatever, up against this random guy playing random whatever, and he sits down and he's like, something smells odd, and then he realizes, okay, it's the guy I'm facing. So he's like, should I call him out? That sounds like a dick move. And then he just like, the second I start losing, I'm calling the judge. He never lost, so it was cool. He didn't have to get the guy banned.
Isn't it even better, Blix, that you're the only one who's ever been disqualified in Sweden for
Fuck
shit.
you, Jesus Christ.
Wait, what have you been disqualified for? Wait, I have not heard this.
No.
At a regional, I was
You
playing.
just tell the story.
Our friend Patrick, he was there. He dropped because he's shit at the game. Smile, or maybe it wasn't even playing. I think he just came there to trade and play Edison or whatever. So somehow he ends up at the judge table, which is right next to the table I'm playing at, and he's like, Bleaks, I'm going to write here that you get a warning for smelling bad, ha 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 ha. And so he does it and sends it in, and so like a couple of days later, I get a call from the tournament organizer, like in Sweden at the time, and he's like, Bleaks, I see here that the judge did this. What happened? I've been informed that it was actually Patrick who was not a judge at the event, and he's not actually a judge. Should I bring this situation forward to Konami? And I'm like, no, just don't do it, just drop it, please. I don't want part of this. Fuck.
Oh my
Just a
god.
meme, relax.
Yeah, so 1, I was never disqualified. It was only a warning, and 2, it didn't happen.
And 2, I didn't smell like shit.
And 3, I did not smell bad. I showered. I always shower before events.
What cologne did you
That's like
use?
that's
What cologne?
the rule we have at YCSs and Euros or whatever.
That's the most
Everyone
cursed
in our
thing.
everyone that lives that shares the Airbnb, the guy that does not shower the day before the morning of going to the event doesn't get to sleep does not get to sleep in the house the same night.
No, that
We
makes
just
sense.
kick him.
The
Yeah.
most cursed thing ever, though, is that the only YCS I have told I didn't shower the morning of.
No.
But that's because we're at YCS Düsseldorf, and then like we get a call in the morning before we sort of wake up that
Oh,
like
yeah.
the event is capped.
Oh yeah.
So I just
right.
like put on the clothes and run to the venue. So none of us showered, and then 2 of us topped. So that was disgusting. But
Lude had that
Yeah,
that stank, you know. So his opponents couldn't concentrate. They could barely keep their eyes open to look at the cards.
that's stanky. The stanky day too.
Yeah. That's why you lost to Rafael in top 64
Yeah.
because you hadn't showered.
Yeah, the stankiest thunder they can do.
Yup.
I think Raph doesn't shower
No,
either.
I was about to say it. Like, honestly, like he was. I lost to him because he was like 2 days no shower. I'm like,
He also doesn't like me a lot as well.
boy.
Because I drunkenly encountered him in Milan.
Encountered. Is this like knowing someone in the biblical sense? Is this what you're trying to say here?
Is this street?
No, this.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Street Yu-Gi-Oh! Encounter him?
I told him that Team Jobber are all homeless and that he should join Team Mambo instead.
Oh my god!
Fucking got him, am I right?
Jesus!
What you gonna do?
That's so insane.
Oh my god!
But he didn't join. The team.
Unfortunately.
Wow, that's so. You would think, right? Like.
But in Milan, the next year. No, it was not. It was the next night. I drunkenly got Darren Stevenson to join Team Mambo. So
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
That's that's one for
You can't
two.
get them all.
That's not bad. We got Darren.
I mean, that's good enough.
I
You
like
got
Darren's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, so I've heard.
you got the two Farfas, right? You have two people named Nadir Mazouni, also called Farfa in the team. I remember.
Yeah.
One of them is
Nadir
like,
joined as well.
Oh yeah. I remember.
He originally posted it as a meme, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
he was like, "That's pretty funny," and then he joined.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's so fantastic.
Nadir, we were talking with Triff as well for a while, but he wouldn't get on board because he's all about his Game Nation shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that was the weirdest thing. We were in a Discord server with him, and we were playing Among Us with some of his teammates. And I remember some kid who was in his team, I think the youngest one of them, he was like telling him that Macedonia wasn't real. And Triff got so upset that he threatened to kick him off the team. He's like, yeah, there's such a thing called Macedonia. He was like, no, Triff, it's North Macedonia.
Didn't you tell him later on Among Us game in another Discord, like, the Macedonian hero, he's doing it!
The funny thing is, I think that was the same round that he also fucked up, because he didn't listen to what color we wanted to vote out. So he said, okay, the red, he definitely vented, it must be him. And Truth was like, oh, you said orange, right? And we're like, no!
And he's in.
Yeah, no.
Wait.
Red and orange are almost the same color.
Oh, yeah.
It became a tie in the voting.
Yeah, that was the best one. Yeah, I don't think I've ever facepalmed as hard as like...
Hero.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, the Macedonian. Amazing. Oh, fuck, I'm so sad I couldn't go to the event where you went and when you actually took the photo with Trip. That seemed like it would be a good time.
The photo?
No, like the whole event. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but why is this London?
Let's see, was that London he was at? Yeah.
Last London, yeah. That event was insane because we had the Australian.
He signed my Gaga Cowboy.
Let's go!
That was pretty good.
Yeah, he told one of the guys we know that he made a video for a guy we know telling him that Necros is a shit deck and he should start playing the game like for real.
Oh yeah. The guys have been playing Necros ever since. Because he bubbled the Euros with Necros, and then ever since then he's never been able to let it go. So
wait, I think is this dude. I think I've played him at OICS once. I don't know. I played someone playing Necros before. I assume there's only one person that plays Necros.
Only one person in the whole of Europe.
There are a couple. He looks like me, but like not as buff, not as cool. So like. Yeah.
He looks like Edwin, but he's blonde and he has an Adidas jacket on.
Yeah, basically. Times. He likes Chelsea for some reason. I wouldn't know why, but couldn't be me.
I don't know. Could have been that dude.
Can you pull that up on screen? Can you pull up a photo of me?
Photo of yeah, maybe, possibly. Yeah,
Jimmy, can you pull that up?
Look at that chimp. He can tear you to pieces. Look at that the crossplay. He could tear your extra deck to shreds. Yeah, we can see if we can get a photo maybe sent later. Right now, it's being a bitch here with the internet.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe later. Wait, if you guys can find one, because like I'm recording, so if I show anything else on my screen, I'm gonna have to edit it out.
cannot be.
And we already established you don't know how to edit.
No, I'm terrible at it.
Exactly.
I'm absolutely, worthless. Like, I just got a Steam notification here on the screen, as everyone can see, like in the post where it says some guy started playing Counter-Strike. So, this is... I'm terrible at this. However, I am better at other stuff, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, even like you say that you're shit at editing, but the BuzzFeed video turned out pretty good.
Oh yeah, that one was probably my magnum opus so far.
Hell yeah!
I spent like more than 4 minutes doing the edit. I think that's like the key thing. Have you seen the video, Cal?
Was that your money video?
Yes.
The Worth It.
I can't remember what you call Worth It. Yeah. I watched that.
It was fantastic, right?
I think you could have done. The concept was really good. I think you could have gone more with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because we were
we're,
thinking
like,
dollar per.
I think you could have just literally begged people for free cards and built a 40-card deck and see how you did.
Oh, that's the next one. That's the next one.
There's a guy in Sweden who did that way back. He's bigger. The deck had actually like decent cards. It had like Shadow Fusion in it in 2014 in the deck. He had this big for all of them. Yeah, Fregan-leken.
What? I don't remember that.
The hippie from Skåne.
Oh yeah, that guy. Fuck yeah.
That guy.
So Skåne is an area in the southern of Sweden, just so you know, Carl. It's like.
Yeah.
There's also a guy
obviously.
Like the ultimate cheap deck thing was, I think it was 2012. Some guy showed up to Dragon's Lair, the store that hosts nationals, the day of, and he bought 3 Machina structure decks. I don't even think he had any additional cards, and he just built the deck, and then he won Nats that year.
That must have been before 2012, I think.
I don't remember what year it was. I wasn't there. I've only heard the story from people who actually was there. But that's the ultimate cheapo tier deck.
Yeah, then was the other guy who didn't even have a full. He was playing Altergeist and had like an 8-card extra deck and like topped, right? He topped nationals.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So that's my friend, right? Like, probably my closest friend right now.
Yeah, fuck him. What a terrible dude.
I despise
what an asshole.
So the guy doesn't have any money, and he's like, I like Altergeist. They're pretty cool. I like Multifaker. He owns 0 copies of Infinite Impermanence, and just like to add even more insult to injury, I pulled an Infinite Impermanence from my entry pack, like after we've both already paid and registered deck lists. So he played Altergeist with 0. I'll see if I can actually bring the deck list up because it's so bad.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to put it out there that I've played Altergeist at multiple YCSs and topped regionals with it, and I've never owned an Impermanence or Extravagance.
Oh yeah, but did you play Impermanence in the deck?
Yeah, I'm just good at begging for cards.
Oh yeah, because so the guy topped with probably the worst deck list I've ever seen in my entire career, and just no Impermanence, 42 cards or something. Was terrible.
Yeah,
and he got 5th place after Swiss.
There was also the Swedish guy who went to Nats simply on the account of there being no other players in Sweden at the time. Wasn't he the store owner of Dragon's Lair?
Oh yeah, so the store owner of the Stockholm Locals, like in 2004 or 5, he himself hosted Nats. Only he showed up, and then he got the trip to Worlds.
Let's go.
Because there was no Euros back then, so he's like immediately went to Worlds for hosting the tournament for himself.
Yeah.
How did he do at Worlds?
I mean, not horrible, but I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I think he won some. He didn't top, but he won some matches.
But he played like Warrior. He played Warriors, right? And it was 2000. It was GOAT format or something. So he was.
I think the scuffed part, he played Warriors in Chaos format.
Okay. So he played 2003 Warriors in Chaos format.
Yeah, but he played it like 2000.
Yeah,
that must
be
be
2003 Warriors in 2004.
Yeah, okay.
So, alright, so I'm just gonna say, so 43 card main deck, 2 Effect Veiler, 1 Ghost Ogre, 3 Troll Lockbird, 1 copy of the Spellbook of Knowledge, 1 copy of Altergeist Camouflage, 2 Anti-Spell, 2 Rivalry of the Warlords, 3 Torrential, 1 copy of Heavy Storm Duster,
One copy, by the way. Yeah, fantastic.
One copy.
You want to see it some of the time, but definitely not all the time.
No, he's mini one, siding one.
Ah, okay, yeah.
It.
Sure, now I get it. The optimal ratio.
And extra sized monster. Black Rose, Coral Dragon, High Speed Droid Chambara, Cathal.
Is he making these with Ghost
Yeah,
Ogre?
I mean, like,
He never made them. He's just like, I like Synchro Monster. Look
yeah,
at
it's
that.
amazing, like how we like Ghost Ogre, Multifaker, Coral Dragon.
So he just took
Black
cards
Rose,
he owned
yeah.
and just wrote them on his deck list. Like that's the worst deck list I've ever seen, and he almost got top 4.
Yeah, bro.
Hang on a
Ghost
minute.
Ogre.
I would like to say that playing random one of hand traps in your deck is a good idea.
Okay, alright.
Because
It's
I in Ireland's at the time, Ireland's biggest ever regional was 108 people. I showed up with a 60 card Thunder Dinosaur deck.
Let's go.
That was a complete meme. That I played a 1 of Ghost Ogre. And I went X1. I beat 3 Sky Striker players, and I resolved Ghost Ogre against every single one of them on the multi-roll. In my 60 card dinosaur deck.
I mean,
Cards to the cards.
It was the biggest regional ever in Ireland, and I just went 7-1 playing these random pile of dinosaur cards.
that's amazing. That's exactly what we want.
That's the dream.
It
Like,
was
that's what you want to
perfect.
do.
So
right?
I think a 1 of Ghost Ogre, I can respect that a lot.
Oh yeah, sure. Like I played Weiss's Bochum and Magnus Frafjord as well, and we both played Zephyra in Pendulum format. The 40th card on our deck list was the 1 of Ghost Ogre, but we played E-Telly as well, so it actually had a purpose where you could E-Telly for a tuner if you had to make a synchro summon or whatever. Because like we couldn't decide on the 40th card, so I was like, what if Ghost Ogre? Very nice.
That's kind of big,
1
you
of
know?
Ghost Ogre is just deck building like 101.
Yep.
One of my friends was head judging the event, and I got deck checked in the final round. And he came back to me and said, if I saw this list before the event, I would not have let you play it. There were so many 1-ofs. And he's like, I had to deck check this 60 card deck with about 10 1-ofs.
Well, that's
What am I doing?
That's the most cursed shit ever. I rewatched some old deck profiles from like Warcast format, and then there's this American player who apparently I've heard from other Americans is like a sheep. But then he says in his deck profile, I'm infamous for drawing 1-offs. And then it shows like a 1-off ogre, then a 1-off like other hand trap, and then like a 1-off like back row removal. And it's like, oh god,
Okay.
Like, in other words, his deck.
Wait out yourself.
That's
Wait out
almost
yourself.
as good as ignorant people let me keep it on the field.
Yeah.
Do you know that one, Cathal?
No.
Okay, so
Story time.
there's this one Sylvan player. He topped a big regional, I think it was in
I think it
USA.
was
Oh yeah, he topped Nats that year, so 2014 or whatever, with Sylvans, and he shows Miracle Fertilizer. So the continuous spell, which is Foolish Burial once per turn, but when the card leaves the field, the card it destroys itself. Basically,
One, right?
what?
Yeah, Call of the Haunted.
Yeah, but it's a continuous spell card.
Yeah.
Miracle Fertilizer. He shows it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, ignorant people let me keep it on the field when I synchro summon using the monster."
Then he got mad, crazy.
And then he got banned. Weird.
It's fantastic.
It's almost like people let me take 30 minutes for my turn, and then I make Cowboy.
Yep. It's
So odd.
almost like that.
I should do that. I should do that on the next Swedish event. I should use Salamander to Will and do the Soul Charge effect and just keep it on board.
Yep.
Dude, I just summoned back 3 monsters and they didn't make me send it to the grave. Crazy.
No, you should just start summoning Link monsters with the second effect.
Yeah, Soul Charge links. Yeah, I should just start cheating, honestly. It would be easy.
Soul Charge is a good card.
It is.
It is bizarre how that card was at 1 for so long and it wasn't popular. Like,
Oh yeah, that's actually
the fact that someone had to discover Soul Charge in the Zoom mirror was like, whoa, this is a spicy deck that no one thought about. Whoa, it's just summoned 4 dudes from the grave. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I have
how was
another
that
drawing a
discovered?
one-up story, actually, speaking of Soul Charge.
Go on.
Back in Goki format, in Euros, I was, again, running a 60-card dinosaur deck.
Of course you were.
So
I was
Dino DNA.
Okay, so I like preempted the 60-card Lightsworn dinosaur deck. So I was playing that at Euros, and it was like just after grass was gone, and I was like, I don't care, I'm playing 60-card Lightsworn dinosaurs. And like the deck was actually wild. Because like you just open like over after Brilliant Fusion and you just like summon everything you possibly can in your deck.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Wasn't grass at 1 that event?
No, grass was gone.
Yeah, it was gone.
I think.
It was gone.
I don't know. I wasn't playing grass anyway. It was that one.
Oh yeah, no, that's the Zoo deck I took to Nats. It was a 60 card, like empowered Clown Blade, whatever, with Zodiac cards in it. 60 cards.
Yeah, and then grass got banned before Euros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I was playing against one dude, and he goes first. He wins die roll. He does Goki stuff, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna go to game 2, and then I open like the god hand ever, and I do like my standard combo, which was kind of like, it was Lagia and I think Dragster was in there. I can't even remember what the deck did at the moment. But it does like Dweller, Lagia, and a bunch of rank 4s, a bunch of dinosaur stuff, and Tyranno and stuff.
Of course.
And he's like,
Amazing.
okay, that's pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, Soul Charge. And then I just bring everything back and make a few more rank 4s. And then he's like, right, so you already have Dweller and Lagia, and I'm playing Goki,
Yep.
so I don't think that was needed. So let's go to game 3, and then I open no hand traps in my 60-card deck game 3.
Of course.
So weird.
Classic.
But I was so
bad.
excited that I got to resolve Soul Charge after finishing a full combo.
So that's I did basically the same thing the day before Euros, because the Thursday the same year in BB Land, the local card shop in Berlin, or one of them, they have the preparing for Euros tournament on Thursday. So I entered that round 1. I play against Pascal Kim, and he's just there going, "Oh, if you're not gonna play fast, I'm calling the judge." Ooh. So I somehow I managed to like almost gimp the Goki combo going first.
Wait,
But
is this the Sky Striker player that said this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I know. So, interesting man. So, at the end of the combo, I'm like, I almost gimped it, but I draw Soul Shards somewhere along the line out of a Nightmare. So I'm like, oh, fantastic. So I just slam Soul Shards and like do the standard Goki board with an additional Nightmare on the other side. So I'm like, now you really can't win. Fuck you.
The Soul Charge was nice in Gokis.
You know, that's one thing I've never gotten into is the like pre YCS or the pre like Euros Yu-Gi-Oh. Because I always whenever I travel somewhere, I'm like a big like traveler. Not in the sense of an Irish traveler, but
What's an Irish traveler? They just travel and drink a lot of beer?
No, okay.
So the traveling community in Ireland are people that live in caravans and rob houses and scam old people.
Profitable.
Yeah, no, it's great. You show up and you say that like, oh, I'm gonna like clean your drains, and they're like, I don't want you to, but they're like, I already cleaned your drains, so now you have to give me €200 or I'm gonna call the police. And they're like, shit, I'm old, I'm frightened. Here's my money.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, okay.
I basically did that for a living, but I went to old people and said, "Let me secure your home with the. Let me give you the security system for your home." And they're like, "No, I don't want it." And I'm like, "But you do want it. Just sign here."
This was a legal job, though. Let's be clear here. He did not just randomly.
That's not exactly how it went down, but it was basically just go home to old people and like convince them they need security systems.
It was what we call institutionalized scamming.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
It was basically a pyramid scheme, but legal.
Yeah, it's basically like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yes, of course.
Scamming, but legal.
You tell everyone you really do need these collector's rares.
Yes, sir.
How are you gonna talk about YCS otherwise? Come on. Yeah, I've already sold them to you. You just gotta send me the money.
Sold you right on. That's hilarious. But like, so what do you do when you travel to events? Is like instead of doing the whole pre-Euros tournaments, because the only time we do them is in Berlin because of the shop hosting, and the shop's really good.
I'm so like a big kind of tourist, so I'll do like the typical tourist things and like visit like churches and museums and stuff. I think Utrecht is actually my favorite because there's so much to do in that city.
Yeah.
So whenever there's like YCS Utrecht is pretty good, but I like Berlin as well. I was a lot less touristy when I went to Berlin because we kind of stayed outside the city. There was a load of restaurants near where we lived. So there, I think we had like an 11-person Airbnb or something. So
the gaming house.
We ran our own tournament with special rules for the night.
Street Yu-Gi-Oh!
Special rules, aka strip Yu-Gi-Oh! Fantastic. Love to see it.
So the rule is, right, once per turn during either player's turn, you can take a shot to either Raigeki, Solemn Judgment, or Pot of Greed.
That's what you love to see.
Now that's...
So you can take a shot to Pot of Greed. Can your opponent take a shot to Solemn Judgment or Pot of Greed?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love to see it.
Yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this.
Of course we are. We're like...
So, the problem was, the first round, like, half the people were into it and like half the people weren't. So I'd be like, Pot of Greed, and then I'd go Pot of Greed again and Pot of Greed again, and my opponent was like, yep. And by the end of it, like by round 2, I was like completely drunk, and then everyone else was like, then half you were like, okay, just going to go to bed now, and we were just there like completely drunk after like Pot of Greeding for half an hour.
Oh,
what
that's
do you
fantastic.
mean? How can people not be into that? That's the best way to enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Hello? What do you mean?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, drinking actually makes the game fun.
Yeah. Except when you're too drunk, because then you're sitting there, you're reading your own cards, you're playing really slow, and it's not enjoyable for anyone.
Okay.
No, because when I was playing like a combo deck at the time. Yeah, it was my 60-card Dinosaur Lightsworn deck, and I like if I play a combo deck, I'm gonna sit down on my desk for like 5 hours on a weekend and just like test hand, and I'm gonna like look at my hand and be like, this is the end board. Okay, let's go again. So if I'm playing a combo deck, I am going to like play a combo deck. So it doesn't matter how much I've been drinking. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm gonna U-Link, and they're like, no, you absolutely not.
I'm going in. I'm doing it right now.
Okay, funny story. Two YCS Milans ago, we met for the first time. Marin, from Netherlands. I don't know if any of you know him. He has a YouTube channel now. Tatsium, he calls himself.
Yeah, no, unfortunately not.
He's a really nice dude. We met him, and I had built again a 60-card deck for the event.
I love playing 60 cards.
This was not. This was like a side event deck though. I played a 60-card ABC Ojama Lightsworn deck.
Hell yeah!
And it absolutely worked, and it popped off.
Wait,
but during this night, we discovered a 5-card combo that would end on. No, it was a 4-card combo, and it ended on Dragonbuster U-Link with Lightsworn Ojama ABC.
I've been on and off trying Ojama ABC because the card of special summons ABC pieces is insane.
It's actually so broken. If it was in any decent deck, the card is insane. There's new Ojama support coming too, which is actually really, really good looking.
But aside from the pink one?
Yeah, no, I think there was a new spell announced or something.
Yo!
I can't remember. I could be wrong.
I mean, they are.
I remember I was excited for Ojama support.
Oh,
and
yeah,
also there's Skull Servant support coming, which is my other pet deck. The first deck I built was a Skull Servant deck, actually. It's pretty good. I've tried to play Dinosaur Skull Servant, but that's unfortunately never worked out for me.
Oh, no. I don't see
there just wasn't the synergy there.
Yeah.
But I just wanted
to force you to play 1 million of them, and they all do nothing.
During Nightmare Mermaid format, I played Orcus Skull Servant, which worked really, really well. Because two of the Skull Servant normal summons were 1-card mermaids.
Oh.
So you'd end up with Azathoth and then King of Skull Servants. That's like a 5k beater, and you're like, okay. next turn I win.
Oh, Jesus.
But it wasn't as good, obviously, as the proper Orcus deck. That summoned Azathoth and then did things, but you summoned Azathoth and a beater, and you were like, it doesn't matter, I still summoned Azathoth.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I still maintain that the dirtiest combo of that format was just Mermaid pitching Atlantean Dragoons. That's like, oh, yeah, buddy. I love that.
Of course. But that's just at the same time. That's just Orcus with extra steps.
Yeah.
Because you should have already won.
I guess, but it's still fantastic. It's just so fucking stupid. Like,
Have you ever discarded the Atlantean what's it called? Dragoons. Have you ever discarded Dragoons and made full Orcus combo? Let's go.
Yeah, like, you know, sex is nice and all that.
I have no respect
like...
for mermaid players. So.
Oh fuck. Okay. See you guys later. I'll be. It's the perfect summer deck, you know. It's.
When was it? In YCS. What was the YCS that we went to, like Switzerland or something? I don't know. What's the other chocolate country? Belgium.
No, that's Sweden, everybody. We know that.
Oh, Sweden isn't a chocolate country.
No. Have you not seen that video? It's when the two Frozen Card Gaming, which is like the biggest Nordic team, Jonathan Ljungman and Herman Hansson went there, and they met up with another guy who they played the 3v3 YCS, the first one, I think.
Simon Wang.
In Atlanta.
Yeah, in Atlanta. And when they did the deck profile, I think it was what's the Dragon Link guy who does all the pack or whatever?
No, it's not him.
Okay.
It's like it's some small YouTuber.
It's some guy, right? Whatever. So they asked them, okay, so you guys came all the way from Europe, right? And it was like, my God, that's crazy. Where did you guys come from? And they say, we are from Sweden. And he's like, he goes, oh, Sweden, yeah, I love chocolates. And Herman just like looks at Jonathan like, huh? What?
The Yankees did it again.
It's like confused bewilderment, you know? It's fantastic.
Damn Yankees.
What's Sweden even famous for? Like, I don't know.
Meatballs, Astrid Lindgren, kanelbulle.
IKEA and video
right?
games. Yeah, IKEA and video games.
You're the IKEA guys.
Yeah.
We are the IKEA guys.
Volvo.
Yeah, Volvo is Swedish.
Is that Swedish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Volvo is Swedish.
That's pretty good.
Volvo is Swedish.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, you guys are alright.
It's true.
Our value is defined by the products we make.
We're also known
sure,
for bending the fuck over the Second World War.
Oh yeah.
What's got more respect, like IKEA and Volvons, or like alcoholism and leprechauns? I don't know what's.
And potatoes. Don't forget potatoes, man. Come on.
No, that's what they don't have.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's true.
No, too soon.
No, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, too soon. 200 years. Sorry, my bad.
I asked some of my friends like the other day. I'm like, oh, is there anything you guys want me to ask him? And they're like, and one guy's like, oh, ask about his take on the Irish potato famine.
Yeah, like everyone wants to get into the politics of Ireland all the time. It's fantastic.
Famine.
I'm not that old.
So you remember it? Is that what?
It was pretty shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was pretty shit.
I can imagine.
I don't know what. We can have a history lesson, but I don't think that would be very interesting right
No,
now.
I don't think it would be.
No.
I was just me, just the guy.
No.
What a lot of people know about Ireland is that there was a famine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like.
It's our claim to fame.
Like you said, alcoholism and leprechauns.
But that's like the thing. The
Pretty
thing
much
is,
it.
the Swedes do alcoholism as well. It's only that we do it on weekends, right? And then we go back to the job. We act all sober.
And it's all state funded.
Yeah, then it's.
It's all
Oh, that's the
state-funded.
best.
We have state-funded alcohol.
State-funded
You do
drinking.
that, huh?
It's the best thing ever.
What?
No.
We had a
How does
national
that work?
liquor company called. Do you know of Absolute Vodka?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Swedish. That
I
was
have
made by the
partaken.
Swedish state. Yeah.
You have partaken.
Yes,
I
it is.
have.
It was
So
originally
the-
made by
the
the Swedish state.
has a monopoly on selling alcohol in Sweden.
No way.
Yeah.
So,
It's because we had a really, really huge problem, like back about 100 years ago, where everyone was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Because basically, if you were not a farmer, you either like lived in the city and did actual things, or you were you had a smaller farm and you worked for the farmer. So you went to the farmer, you worked your like 15 hours for him, and then he gave you like a bottle of alcohol, and he said, "Now go home and work on your farm." So everyone was alcoholic because you didn't actually get paid.
Yeah.
You just got paid in alcohol.
Yeah.
And so the Swedish state was like, "We need to stop this.
Yeah.
We are the alcohol now."
It worked, though. That's the crazy
So,
part.
And
In a
since
sense.
then, it's been pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, alcoholism is way down now. From
Yeah.
before.
I did just remember a meme that I saw a few years ago. There was a picture of Vikings, and it was like Sweden then,
Yeah.
and then it was like a picture of a gay bar, and it was like Sweden now.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
that's.
how accurate is that?
Just look at Oscar. He's a mix between the two. So it's like.
Me?
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Am
No,
I unique?
no, but
You've
like.
gone from Vikings to gay bars, right?
But I mean, that's like
Yeah.
every country, I think. You can have gay Vikings as well, which is like. But I've always maintained that it would have
What
been.
do you mean? Homosexuality did not exist back in the 900?
Yeah, it's like women weren't invented until 1921, as some gamers claim.
No,
So
that,
it's-
that was Greece.
Oh yes, Greece invented gayness. That's Father Ted, right?
That's kind of cringe.
I've seen that. That's Father Ted. I've seen that scene. I think I haven't watched a lot of Father Ted, but I've seen that part where it's the one where should we all be racist now, Father? Is that the one? Yeah.
God, I love Father Ted. We watched like 2 hours of Father Ted once during a
Really? Has
weekend.
it actually? It's made it out as far as Sweden.
It's
Oh yeah, no. So
Yeah.
I have a friend, and she's like into really weird, like quirky shit. So she was like, this
Right.
episode of Father Ted reminded me of you. It's the one where they all have to like stop smoking, stop drinking, and stop using rollerblades. What's the youngest guy's name? And she's like, this reminds me of you because you're always on your rollerblades. Fuck you. And she showed it to him like, this is hilarious. Can we watch more? And then she was like, oh, of course. She just brings up her hard drive. She's like, I have everything over here.
Of course.
There's not that much of it to watch. Like there's only a couple of seasons, but
Yeah.
it's gold. Like it's one of our exports, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the greatest
The
experts.
thing I most remember is the fact that it says Dougal all the time. It feels like, which is
Dougal.
Dougal. Fuck! I fucked it up. God damn it.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
you should have practiced that one before we got on.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. All right, we're approaching up on the 1 hour 20-minute mark, so I think at this point
Jesus Christ.
we're gonna have to close out this podcast. Carl, thank you for being here. Shout out to Team Mambo. Is there any like shout outs you want to do before you leave?
Any plugs?
No,
Any merchandise?
I don't care about our sponsors.
Okay.
So that's fine.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
No,
You can
no,
edit that part
I'll
out.
say- I'll say thanks to my local sponsor Sandbox for providing me with this Playmaker cutout.
He's very
Yeah,
pretty.
Um, So that was pretty cool.
Is that where you have the
Carbonara,
queen size bed
right.
as well, so that you can like, share it?
That's
Wait,
for me and the hedgehog.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go on,
I thought you had like a polyamorous thing going on there, like three-way. You know.
No, I'm not picky.
Okay.
You know, I prefer the hedgehog softer. Playmaker, the duelist kind of pokes me in places I don't want it to poke me sometimes.
Oh, okay.
fair.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
Yeah, card market are okay, thanks to them, I suppose, while we're here. And shout outs to everyone else from Team Mambo and from Ireland, because Ireland's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. I agree.
Ireland is pretty cool.
All right.
You guys have to come over next regional, if regionals exist again.
Easy,
all
easy.
coming over.
Absolutely.
Of course, like we've
100%.
been saying that for a while now. Next event, no matter where it is, if it's in America, if it's in South America, even,
If it's in
we're just going.
Zagreb, we're going. Like we're,
I
we're
just,
there.
I just want to sit down and look my opponent in the eyes after he came.
Like, you know, YCS Mosul. Let's go. It's fantastic.
You know, I can't
YCS
wait again
Barcelona.
because, like, I've been invited to like the Peruvian nationals and the Brazilian nationals at this stage, and I just want to go somewhere. Like I said, I love to travel, and like Yu-Gi-Oh is such a great outlet for it.
It's true.
And like I've got friends now in like South America that just want me to come over and like play Yu-Gi-Oh over there and bring English cards to trade with them and
Fantastic.
Amazing.
All right.
So bring back events, Konami, Eddie.
Yeah.
I'll fly anywhere.
Ooh.
Same.
Bet.
Imagine if Konami had a flying company as well. Woo.
Airline company. All
Yeah,
right.
everyone else, yeah.
Well,
Welcome to Konami Airlines.
You get a promo card with every flight.
If you've flown after you've flown like insert number of miles, you get a prize cards.
oh,
Prize card.
instead of getting like a packet of peanuts, you get a packet of like cards. You get a
Yes.
booster pack.
Every lap around the globe.
Ah, yes,
Yep.
fantastic.
Further lap around the globe, exactly.
Very good.
Makes Ordeal of a Traveler even more amazing. Okay, so thank you for joining. This was the fourth episode at this point.
It's a
It was.
Yeah.
great podcast.
Oh.
I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I'll
Well,
be tuning in. I'll be tuning into episode 5.
Yeah, whenever that happens.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Christmas special. Ludde is gonna wear a Christmas hat and an ugly sweater. Oscar is gonna wear he's gonna look like a gingerbread man, and I am not gonna be wearing anything, so that's gonna be very nice. And we'll open up some.
I have a loose beard somewhere that I can put on.
Oh,
I
fantastic!
can be your Santa Claus.
Ooh, nice. Can I sit in your lap as well?
Of course.
All right. So thank you for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
See you.
So, yeah.